there, because winning this means you're going to have to do a lot of hard things well.
Mike Eads, Roger Ayers, Ted Valentine, the officials, and we're underway with the Blue Devils controlling the tip.
Notre Dame starts the game in man-to-man. And Steve Astoria starting out on Luke Kennard, who's averaging over 20 points a game in this tournament.
Tatum guarded by V.J. Beacham, and he scores over him. About a month ago, Mike Bray went to a smaller lineup, and that means Beacham.
Game for Notre Dame to win this. Last year, he had 31 points, 11 rebounds, 8 of them offensive in Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Kennard off a screen, and a good start for Duke. A couple of buckets in the first minute.
Kennard's so good coming off those baseline screens. He can curl it and make that little shot, and if you decide you're going to cheat over the top, he can fade into the corner for a wide open three.
Kennard has done almost all of his damage in this tournament in the second half of each game. Remember, for Notre Dame, this is their third game in as many nights. For Duke, as Allison mentioned, this is their fourth game in as many nights. They didn't get the double bye. Matt Farrell will get it to go in, and he has played his best basketball in this building over the last couple of years.
He is quick and he is strong. Now Notre Dame going back into a little 1-2-2 half-court zone. They'll play a little 2-3, and they play this 1-2-2 as well. It's how you call it 3-2. It's an odd man front. Duke will put 3 along the baseline. They call this attack 3 deep.
Both teams very good offensively, and both teams really respect the offensive ability of the other team. In and out for Kennard, and the rebound down to Vastoria. Notre Dame not a great rebounding team. Now Duke is not Carolina on the glass, but their numbers on the glass are better than Notre Dame's. The Irish will have to hold their own on the glass tonight against Duke.
Duke a little bit more athletic. The free throw line is going to be a big key. Can Notre Dame keep Duke off the line? Well, it's amazing how many free throws the last 2 games Duke has shot. 68 free throw attempts against Louisville and then North Carolina.
Jefferson, good position, left hand, got it.
So quick when he gets the ball in the post. He's not going to anchor himself in the post and have a fight with you for low post position. He's going to get into the post off the move. Good screen by Vastoria. Now he gets a screen.
And he runs into the back of his teammate Beacham.
This is an excellent passing team that Notre Dame has.
Line drive jumper will not stay down for Vastoria.
Notre Dame, they can get hot. They score their points in bunches. Oftentimes they'll get off to a slow start, but all they need to do is see the ball go through the hoop a couple of times, and they're a totally different offensive team.
Kennard a half step on Pfluger. Good help by Colson.
Pfluger's a physical, strong defensive player.
Jefferson again.
He looks tough.
Is on the other side, and Colson can shoot it too, and knocks down the 3. He can hurt you inside. He can hurt you outside.
And putting Bonzi Colson into some ball screen situations on the offensive end where he can pick and pop or roll to the basket may be in Notre Dame's best interest on the offensive end. Notre Dame back to man-to-man. Mike Bray is going to give Duke a lot of different looks.
What have we had? 1 whistle in better than 5 minutes? Jackson will drive and get it to go. Frank Jackson really coming into his own. 16 points per game over his last 6.
He had 15 points and 5 rebounds against North Carolina. He's so dynamic off the dribble. With Grayson Allen coming into the ball game now with Harry Giles. With those 4 on the floor, you can really spread the court.
Speaking of spreading the court, V.J. Beacham can get hot in a hurry. The senior from Fort Wayne.
That he brings the former players back. It helps really build a culture and an identity of a program. And he said it helped his team. He said having those guys having played here, they didn't miss a beat.
Allison, good stuff. Thank you. And good stuff for Duke right now as well, as Kennard gets fouled and knocks down a 3-pointer.
Well, a similar thing happened in the game against North Carolina in the opposite corner. Terrific job by Grayson Allen, who seems to be the guy that finds Kennard for these open shots more than anyone, with his ability to drive it, keeps his dribble. And when you foul Luke Kennard, he not only makes the shot, he makes his free throw and turns it into a 4-point play. Those are game-breaking type plays.
And Kennard now with 6 in the first half. We mentioned how good he's been in the second half of games. He comes into this game having scored 64 points in 3 games, 50 of them in the second halves of those games. But he's off to a good start here tonight. Now he's trying to deal with Bonzi Colson, who muscles it up and in.
Got a switch. Luke Kennard wound up on Bonzie Colson. Jason Tatum was guarding him. But right now, Bonzie Colson at the 4 spot is guarding Jason Tatum. It'll be interesting to see if Duke goes right to Tatum and see if they can pick up a foul on Colson.
Vastoria with a steal and a lay-in, and Notre Dame back within 4.
Boy, what a great play. And Notre Dame going 2-3 zone out of the out-of-bounds under. They got hurt badly on out-of-bounds plays at Notre Dame in the meeting earlier this year.
Allen, no. He made 5 threes last night against Carolina, but Harry Giles cleaning up on the glass.
How about that rebound? Now, Harry Giles in high school was a big-time rebounder. He was compared a lot to Chris Webber in his ability level. And you could see there a flash of what Harry Giles had been and will be again as long as he remains healthy.
Farrell gets the switch. This is T.J. Gibbs, a freshman, part of a basketball-playing family. 2 older brothers played collegiately, as now it's stolen away from Colson.
Great play by Matt Jones.
Nice dish from Allen to Giles.
Just a different vibe with Harry Giles since this tournament began. Different look on his face and different impact on the game.
And Duke out to an 8-point lead as we near the midway point of the first half. Notre Dame not afraid to be deliberate and use the clock on offense. It's down to 5 now. Farrell will knock down a 3.
Well, Gebben was able to set a screen. He's not.
Kicks a bullet pass out to Kennard. And Tatum is there to finish it up.
I don't think he wanted to let Harry Giles have all the fun on the glass. Holy cow.
Rifled a pass out to the perimeter, went right to the rim and slammed home the rebound. Duke fans getting loud here in Brooklyn right now. Beacham stumbles, keeps his dribble alive. Tatum picks his pocket. And Beacham called for the foul.
Beacham turned around and showed the ball, had it in his left hand away from his body. And Jason Tatum just reached right around from behind him to knock that away. What a putback by Jason Tatum.
Mike Ray not liking what he's seeing. Timeout on the floor. Blue Devils up 7.
His head was by the rim.
Farrell misses the 3. Jones the rebound for the Blue Devils.
Duke does a really good job of guarding the 3-point line. Great fake by Allen.
Gets inside and a chance for 3.
Such good shooters, and when you can shoot the ball, all you have to do is give a good shot fake or a ball fake, and the defense is going to react. That opened up the lane, and Grayson Allen able to get all the way. And now the free throw line becoming a weapon for Duke. 68 free throw attempts in the last 2 games against Louisville and North Carolina. That's a lot.
Blue Devil and Leprechaun before the game. Unfortunately for the Ducks, they have a wounded Duck right now. You mentioned Chris Boucher. It's a significant loss. A torn ACL, obviously out for the season. One of the game's better shot blockers. So Oregon and Arizona for the Pac-12 championship game right after us tonight here on ESPN. And again, potentially a 1-seed in play. Who knows? But maybe more important than that is whoever wins that game, you figure, Soria guarded by Jefferson. 10 to shoot. The Irish have had the ball for almost a minute down here. What a move as Bonzie Colson somehow split.
Would rather take a 3. But most of the shots have been contested. That's one of the tougher shots right there that Notre Dame has taken. But B.J. Beacham, a very good.
Colson driving. A little Euro step, and he lays it in.
Looked like it was a walk. Might have just been unorthodox, but Bonzie Colson's got a lot of game, and once he gets started, he has given up a ton of size to Harry Giles, but I don't think he's given up any length at all.
I purposely haven't said wingspan all night long, leaving it for you, and you're not taking it. Inside Jefferson.
Bonzie Colson with a little flop. Jefferson never touched him, and he went straight back.
Playing that appears to be enough for them to have a lot of success.
Notre Dame has the possession arrow. So right now, with about 50 seconds left to go, Notre Dame can go 2 for 1, then have the first possession. And now this 2 for 1, and it can really be essentially a 3 for 1 because of the arrow to start the second half. So if Notre Dame can get the last shot and go in down perhaps just 1 possession.
They're shooting 38%. Mike Ray's got to be reasonably pleased that they're as close as they are, and they're going to get a little bit closer.
Well, we talked about how important the end of half was. After that timeout that Mike Krzyzewski called with 2 minutes to go, Grayson Allen hit a three, and it looked like Duke could stretch this thing out, but Notre Dame has responded in a very positive fashion. They've handled the end of half extraordinarily well. Duke has not handled it well. And right now we have a one-possession basketball game.
What a special talent and unique player Bonzie Colson is. 15 points, 5 rebounds here in the first half for really a 6'5" center. Duke with a chance for a last look. Allen, game by game. Tatum is riding one of those waves right now.
I don't think that wave's going to break.
No, I think you're right. Another rebound for Colson.
Notre Dame doing a pretty good job of staying in front of Duke. This is a tough team to stay in front of. Nice curl.
Pfluger gets inside, and the Irish are back within 2 in a game in which they have never led.
Excellent job of by Notre Dame of spreading the floor and lifting the Duke defense, and they got Duke trailing in a great cut by Rex Pfluger.
Right now Vastoria trying to guard Tatum. Tatum didn't like how physical Vastoria got with him down on the post. He'll try to drive him. And Notre Dame beats him down with a rebound. They've got a chance to tie or take their first lead of the night.
That was great defense by Steve Vastoria. Chest to chest, took away the drive and forced him to take a tough shot.
Wow, what a lay-in by Farrell. Looked like he was looking to dish. Didn't have anybody, and at the last second, spun it up off the glass.
The English on that shot with the high ball screen and roll, a little bit of a hesitation. How did that ball go in? Just flicked it up with the left hand, and I don't think Matt Farrell ever saw that thing go in.
When it felt they were on their heels a few times in the first half, not shooting the ball well, and they've got a chance to take their first lead of the night. Colson, no. Tatum, another rebound.
Well, Tatum is such a good defensive rebounder. Notre Dame screened Bonzie Colson into the low post so he could get into the post and isolate it on the move.
Kennard behind the back, driving layup with the right hand.
Got every move in the book, doesn't he?
Shoots left-handed, played quarterback right-handed. And a terrific drive there to put Duke back on top by 2. Vastoria kept the dribble alive somehow, found Pfluger, and the Irish have their first lead of the game.
Not only did Steve Vastoria keep his dribble, he never changed expression.
I don't think he's changed expression in 4 years.
It's like it happens all the time for him.
Allen to Jefferson, Duke back on top.
And Notre Dame in the second half, tough to keep Duke out of the lane.
What a great pass from Farrell to Beacham.
Now the game's starting to have a little verve, getting up and down the floor. The first 20 minutes is like the teams are feeling each other out. And you mentioned a prize fight. Now they're starting to throw some punches.
A steal by Colson. And he will lay it in to extend the lead to 3. Irish fans are the minority here compared to Duke. Save, but Pfluger's got it, and the Irish will get another possession out of it.
What a play by Pfluger.
Farrell misses the 3. Duke ball. Duke led the entire first half. Notre Dame's out of bounds to the Irish.
We'll see if Notre Dame decides to use Bonzie Colson, put him in some ball screen situations, make Harry Giles guard a ball screen.
Pfluger will handle.
I think if you can have some success at that, do it again. Here it comes.
And there he goes, and this time Giles stays with him.
Oh, he slipped it.
This time, Notre Dame down by as many as 9 in the first half. Up by 3 right now.
Got a switch now. Allen guarding Colson, trying to front him.
And they get it into Colson. They're going to try, and they succeed.
And how do you stop them? You switch. They take advantage of the switch. That's a smart basketball team. A lot of teams in college can't take advantage of switches.
And now Farrell steps in and takes a charge.
And Mike Bray told Allison Williams about the offensive rhythm that he liked for his team the last couple of minutes. He really likes this offensive rhythm because his team is picking apart matchups and they're going to their big roll to the basket. He's used his length and his athleticism to get a steal. Then he has a mismatch inside. He's going to take advantage of it. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals for Bonzie Colson.
Tried to save the errant pass. Then he comes up with a steal, and he's going to get himself another bucket. Except he missed it, but Beecham is there to follow it.
Well, there was a lot of contact on that play, but what an alert play by Bonzie Colson, just coming off his highlight package, making a better percentage, 54% to Notre Dame's 45%. But the number of extra shot opportunities that Notre Dame's getting, that's the difference in the game. It's so smart of Notre Dame and so disciplined to play defense without fouling. And Matt Jones, 2 or 3 times Matt Jones on drives by Notre Dame has been able to knock that ball away. Once against Colson, then once against Vastoria.
Jackson to Jefferson. Spins into some traffic and finishes anyways.
Boy, what a nice move. Matt Farrell was right there sitting on that spin back that Emil Jefferson likes. Once he gets into the middle, oftentimes he will spin back. But he was. Here's the 2-2-1 3/4 court pressure. And Notre Dame's used to playing at different tempos. They can play fast, but they do a really good job of playing at a slower tempo too.
Nice pass. And another one. And it winds up with Beecham missing a 3 and the ball down to Kennard. Jefferson deep position, finishes. A lot of road wins. Right now, do you see them as a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament?
I have them as a 2 seed, but I think they're in the discussion for a 1 if they were to win this game.
At whose expense? Of the 4 who are in there now?
Well, I think
Colson again.
It could be at Gonzaga's expense. It doesn't necessarily have to be North Carolina's. That's the obvious one because they're both ACC teams. You know, Duke has won 7 games against the RPI top 25. They've won 12 games against the RPI top 50. That's more than anybody. And that's not even taking into account injuries. And you know, Duke's lost 43 games to injury by players, 50 if you count Coach K.
Fine, I'm fine. And he was jumping around a little bit to make sure that ankle was good.
All right, Allison, thank you. Vastoria gets a good look, misses the 3, and it's down to the Blue Devils.
And Notre Dame's getting some open shots, just not able to knock them down.
Tatum over Vastoria, just too big and strong, and it's a 1-point game.
But he had to shoot over Steve Vastoria because he was right there chest to chest and made him shoot over without fouling him.
And you've made the point. Notre Dame's always been known in recent years anyways as a great offensive team, not necessarily a great defensive team. But Vastoria, Pfluger, there's better defense, better toughness, much better defense and toughness on this team than some of the past teams.
And really smart to be able to defend well without fouling.
Blocked from behind by Jefferson.
What a game Emil Jefferson has had. Jefferson has 12 points, 4 rebounds. That is his 3rd block in this game. He is 6 of 7 from the field. And he's gone toe-to-toe with Bonzie Colson.
5 on the shot clock. Beecham. Duke ball with a chance to retake the lead. Kennard behind the back twice and kicks it off to Jones.
Pretty good handle, huh? In traffic.
Well, good matchups. Pfluger on Kennard.
And then Beecham on Tatum.
Jefferson was open for a moment. Colson recovers. Jefferson trying to back him down, and he will.
They just gave a little move toward the middle. Bonzie Colson bit on it. Jefferson has been great. A difference maker.
He has led. Jefferson every now and again reaching for his right arm. He was grabbing his shoulder a couple of minutes ago. Duke with the ball down by 1.
Well, it wouldn't be this season if some of the Duke players weren't playing without pain or injury.
Frank Jackson Puts Duke back on top.
So many good ball handlers on the floor for both teams, but especially for Notre Dame. Notre Dame does not turn the ball over.
Pfluger might have had a better look at the three than the shot he got off from two.
Just a tough shot, and Mike Bray telling him, just take it all the way.
But have not been able to win the final, having played 4 games in 4 days.
Notre Dame can be aggressive. Only 2 team fouls.
Amazing. Only 2 fouls this half. Only 5 turnovers in the game committed by Notre Dame. But they're down a point. They're down 3. Tatum now with 13.
And what a drive by Jason Tatum, just shooting right over Steve Astoria. Astoria just stayed in front, but Tatum's so long and athletic. Notre Dame has settled for some jump shots. They've had some open looks. Let's see if they can get something going toward the basket, especially to Colson.
Colson for 3. Wow. Tie game.
Emil Jefferson had to help out on the drive, and instead of rolling to the basket, Colson went right to the three-point line. What a big play, because Jefferson has done a great job on Bonzie Colson in the last probably 6 or 7 minutes. Now back to the zone. The middle is open. Jason Tatum.
There it is. And he draws the foul.
Well, what a luxury to have a playmaker in the middle like Jason Tatum.
I think he lost his contact. Looks like Colson has an issue with the contact lens right.
In the game against North Carolina, we talked about the importance of the lines, the three-point line and the free throw line. And Notre Dame really has been essentially winning both lines in this game. They're 2 up in the three-point line, and they've won the battle of the free throw line. It's not been a huge battle, but they've kept Duke off the line, where Duke shot 68 free throws in the last 2 games coming into this one. And they've shot 9 in this game. What a difference.
Astoria. Tatum came over to help and got a piece of it.
Everybody came. It's pretty darn good for a freshman playing in his 4th game in 4 days.
Yes. The lead back to 3 for Duke in just 1:20 to go now. Farrell fouled by Jackson.
Jason Tatum making a fabulous defensive play and then turning that defense into offense, taking it himself. Nobody picks up and stops the ball. Gets it all the way to the rim. Talk about 94 feet with Jason Tatum. Pretty strong.
Well, what an array of skills he has. 2 huge free throws here for Matt Farrell, who is an 81% free throw shooter. Boy, a lot of fans standing here, a lot of yelling and cheering in the seats, and the 10 players on the court look like the 10 calmest people in the building right now.
Can Notre Dame get a stop?
Tatum guarded by Astoria. 10 on the shot clock. The switch. The kick to Jones. Matt Jones for 3. A guy who has really struggled with his shot over the last couple of weeks knocks down an enormous three-pointer for Duke. Good cut by Beecham, and it's a 2-point game.
Matt Jones, in his last 5 ball games coming into this one, was 2 of 17 from three-point range. But with the game on the line, the shot clock down around.
So they can still do it twice more before they put Duke on the line. But as you say, the object is to go for a steal. If you foul, you foul, but go for the ball.
Go for the ball.
Yeah.
Get a quick trap. See if you can get Duke to turn it over.
Going for the home run ball to Tatum. Count the bucket and a foul.
Boy, what a smart play. Not only the bucket, but the foul. Vastoria trying to stop Jason Tatum. Can't do it. That's a terrific cut.
Tatum has had big moment after big moment here in his first ACC tournament. He's up to 18 points tonight. Make it 19. He has scored 88 points over the last 4 days here in Brooklyn.
Well, you can go a number of different ways for Duke's MVP in this tournament, but no one's played better than Jason Tatum.
Irish need a score, and they need it quickly. Going to be Duke ball. The Irish will have to pressure and go for an immediate steal again if they can. They don't, so there's a foul, and that's number 6. So the next one would put Duke on the line if it comes to that. Duke 15 seconds away from winning 4 games in 4 days and winning the ACC tournament.
And so many different players contributed at a high level. You know, the play of Emil Jefferson in this one, the defense that he played on Bonzie Colson, the way he did a good job in the post, scoring one-on-one in the post. And then that 3 that Matt Jones knocked down was absolutely huge.
I mean, you talk about an unlikely candidate to take that shot, given how things have been going for him the last couple of weeks. But a senior hoping to win his first ACC tournament championship. Last one for Duke was back in 2011. And for Mike Krzyzewski, this would be his 14th ACC tournament championship. That would break a tie that he currently holds with Dean Smith at 13.
The amazing thing in the top half of this bracket to win 4 games in 4 days is absolutely remarkable.
Luger misses the long 3. Vastoria will miss one. And the Duke Blue Devils become the first team in ACC history to win 4 games in 4 days and win this tournament. And they had to come from behind in the second half against Louisville in the quarters, against Carolina in the semis, and against Notre Dame here tonight in the final. Two really good basketball teams. A valiant effort by Bonzie Colson, among others, for the Irish tonight.